Hello sir, my name is Krishnan Khanewal and this is my test video, and in this video I am going to explain about the chapter How to Tell Wild Animals. So How to Tell Wild Animals is written by Carolyn Wells, and in this poem Carolyn Wells is trying to explain about some dangerous methods by which one can distinguish between various wild animals, and this poem is very humorous. So I am going to start the poem. If ever you should go by chance to the jungle in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you'll know it is the Asian lion. So in these lines, the poet is trying to say that if we by chance go to the jungles in the east, it means that if we go to the eastern part of the jungle, so when we will go there, we will see a large tawny beast. Tawny beast means yellowish brown colored beast. If he roars at you as you are dying, it means if you think that you are going to die, so you should understand that this is an Asian lion. In next lines, or if sometime when roaming around a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you to learn the Bengal tiger to discern. The poet says that when roaming around the forest, you will get a noble beast who interact towards you. Noble beast means he is very gentle and calm. He has black stripes on his yellow colored body. You have to notice that if he eats you, that if that animal eats you, that you should understand that this animal is a Bengal tiger. In the next lines, the poet is saying, if strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it is the leopard. 'Twill do no good, roar with pain, he'll only leap and leap again. The poet is trying to say when walking forth, you will see a beast whose skin is peppered, is covered with spots. He will jump on you or attack on you as very soon, and he will attack again and again on you. He will not see any pain and your shouts. He will just left and again on you. In these lines, the left word is not the is the actual spelling. In the actual spelling is leap, leap, but the poet has used this for because of his poetic license and to make the rhyme of the poem. If when you are walking around your yard you meet a creature who hugs you very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he'll give you just one more karas. In these lines, the poet is trying to say when we are walking around our yards, if sometime we are walking in our yard, we will meet a creature there, very big creature who hugs us very hard, who gives us a very huge hug. We should understand that it is a bear. But if we have any doubt, we will he will just give one more karas. It means he will give one more hug very soon. Now in the next line, though to distinguish between a beast of prey, a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena. Thus hyena comes with a merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. In these lines, the poet is trying to say that if there is a novice means a beginner who is trying to distinguish between wild animals. So a novice might nonplus. It means he will not be able to distinguish between beast of prey, that is hyena and crocodiles. So the poet is trying to say that when hyena come towards its prey, he comes with a merry smile. Merry smile means a smile which is very similar to the smile of humans. And for crocodiles, he is saying that when it come towards its prey, he comes with a weep. He weep means he cries. He comes with a little cry when he come towards its prey. Now, in the last stanza, the poet is saying the true chameleon is small, the lizard sort of thing. He hasn't ears at all, and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, tis the chameleon you see. In these lines, the poet is saying that the chameleon is very small, that a true chameleon is very small, a lizard sort of thing. He looks like a lizard. Sorry, it looks like a lizard. He hasn't any ears at all, and not a single wing. The chameleon do not have any ears, and they also don't have any wings. If there is nothing on the tree, it is the chameleon you see. The poet is saying that when you see a tree and you find nothing on them, you will find that the chameleon is there, because the chameleon has because chameleon has the power of converting their color according to their surrounding, so no one can notice them. It is the chameleon you see. Tis means that is, in this is also used by this word is also used by the poem tis by his poetic license, and the meaning of the word is that is the poem that is the chameleon you see. It means when you look at the tree and you find nothing, so you should understand that this is the chameleon. Thank you, sir. This is all about my explanation of the poem.